Hey guys, Blue Bridge here. Still buzzing after that fantastic first half display against Brighton. And in this video, I'll be doing my players review. So let's get into it. Yeah, so I'm going to get straight into the players rating. And today I'm just going to be doing the first 11. I'll be touching on the substitutions, but mainly concentrating on the first 11. So let's start with Sanchez. Sanchez, today, what an indifferent performance. He made 3 good saves, I think 3 really decent saves, but he had made 2 errors, both led to goals. And because of that, you have to give him a 5. He would have got less had it not been for those decent saves that he made. But when you got mistakes that directly lead to goals, you can't get more than a 5, no matter how well you've played for the rest of the game. And he's got to cut out those errors. If we want to go far in the league, these errors need to be cut out, because there's not all the time that our strikers are going to have their shooting boots on. And so we need to be solid at the back. And yesterday, or on Saturday, definitely weren't. So, moving on, Malo Gusto. I thought he played pretty well. He linked up well, combined well down that right-hand side with Noni and Cole. And, you know, we were, because we were pushing up high, it did leave some gaps defensively. But in the main, I thought he had a really decent game. And he had a difficult player to deal with in Mitoma. And he handled him pretty well, apart from obviously the first few moments he was a bit scary, but after that I thought he handled him pretty well. So I'm going to be giving him a 6.5. Fofana, I thought first off, where it was both sides' defences were a bit shaky, but in the second half I thought when we steadied the ship, I thought he was instrumental in the way that we defended. He was very calm and composed, and Brighton didn't really get a lot of change or a lot of chances in that second half. So I think he deserves a 7 for me. Colwill, he was partly to blame for the goal as well. The pass back, was it by Caicedo to him, which was, the clearance came off the Brighton defender. So I know the defender closed him down quickly, so maybe being a bit harsh, but I thought he's had better games. He was okay, but not fantastic. So I'm just giving him a 6 in this game. Cucurella played up against it, and I forgot to mention as well, Colwell was up against his former team as well, because he did spend some time on loan to Brighton. So I forgot to mention that in my preview video today on the Friday. So anyway, moving on to Cucurella now. Cucurella, I love the way he does help out in the midfield. He could have scored against his old club, refused to celebrate before he knew that the goal was disallowed. It was rightly disallowed for offside, but he did well for the 61 or 67 minutes until he was replaced by Vega. But I thought that he had another steady game, and I'll give him a 7 actually. I'll give him a 7. Moving into the midfield, Enzo. I thought Enzo was good. Anyone who doesn't think Enzo was good today, agenda driven, because his passing was superb. He put in a brilliant pass in the first few minutes, which Cole Palmer had a shot which hit the post, and overall his passing was good, and it was him who did that interception to lead to the penalty goal by Cole Palmer as well. So his defensive side was good, and his on the ball, his use of the ball when he had it was really good, and he's starting to show. I'll say starting to show, but he showed glimpses of what he's capable of. So I just want him to add that consistency now into his game, and for that reason, for a good game, 7.5. Caicedo, getting in the tackles as usual, but again, if we're looking at it, it was his back pass originally that led to the first goal. Should he have passed it? Decision making in that situation when the Brighton players were closing down, and even with it was Sanchez's fault for that pass, but he was passing it out to Caicedo. Could Caicedo have been a bit more alert as well when receiving that pass? I know it was slightly under hit, but he could have tried a bit harder to get to that ball. Maybe been a bit harsh there. But he was steady again, so I'm going to give him a 6. So we're moving up the pitch now. Madueke, unselfish in one instance, the pass to Sancho, which led to the offside goal. And then there was a moment where, very selfish, he had 3 men to pass to in a better positions. He decided to go it alone. I think Maresca was he referring to him when he made that statement? Just because you scored a few goals, you haven't made it yet. Maybe that was a sly dig at Madueke, that he needs to improve his awareness and not go for glory all the time. And again, not hitting those heights of the hat-trick. Okay, that was a very high for him. I'll give him a 5.5 again yesterday on his performance. No, actually, I'm a bit harsh. Let me give him a 6. I'll give him a 6. On the other side, Sanchez again proving to be an astute buy. I love the way he's tweeting, sort of goading the Manchester United club with, I think he retweeted our 4-2 win after United's lost yesterday. So he's kind of trolling them a bit. But 2 assists, you can call it 2 assists really. It was the penalty you could call it an assist, because he was a great touch first of all, and then it was that pass back, and then he received the ball, definite penalty, and then it was this great pass. And I love the way he's got spatial awareness and the weight of pass to Cole Palmer for that 4th goal as well. So and his overall play, I think they said he had the most duels won or something like that in the game, and so he is really finding his feet. He's in a place where he's comfortable and happy, and you're seeing the best out of Jadon Sancho at the moment. So good performance from him, and I'm gonna give him, I know he wasn't on for 79 minutes, I think it was. I'm gonna give him an 8 actually. I thought he did well. So moving on to the main man, Cole Palmer. King Cole Palmer. What a magnificent performance. Got to give him that round of applause. He was fantastic in that game. And he's shown all sorts of ability. The first goal, poacher's goal, then obviously the second, penalty. 10 out of 10 for penalties as well. So he shows his calmness. He doesn't miss penalties. Sublimeness with that free kick. What a free kick. And then a great accurate finish. Good timing of the run. Good finish for the 4th. And then he showed what he can do with his passing. That pass he did for Nicholas Jackson when Nicholas Jackson rounded the goalkeeper. That blind pass to, was it Madueke? Oh my word. There's a lot of superlatives. I've run out of superlatives for this player. Fantastic. But you know what? I am a hard taskmaster. So he's not getting a 10 from me. He's not getting a perfect 10. Why? If you're going to get a perfect 10 from me, you've got to be perfect. And he was slightly off, so I'm going to give him a 9.9. The reason he's not getting that full 10 is because of that miss he did when clean through, should have scored to make it 5, and he would have been put into an elite group. I think it's Andy Cole on the goal of Solskjaer. Was it 4 he's got? Was it Cole? Who's the others who got 5? I think it's Defoe and can't remember the other 3, but there's I think 3 or 4 people who scored 5 goals. It would have put him amongst the elite for 5 goals. He could have scored 6 today, even, or on Saturday, sorry. But I wanted him to be in that elite group. And he's only one of 2 players who scored 4 goals. I think Frank Lampard's the other one who scored 4 goals. So he scored 4 goals on 2 occasions. Long may that continue. So Palmer, if you want to get the perfect 10 from me, next time you can't miss a goal when you're right in front of the goalkeeper. But you know what? You still get the man of the match. Fantastic performance. Well done. And finally, it's Nicholas Jackson. And funny old game for Nicholas Jackson. It's going to be difficult how I rate him on this one because, first of all, great awareness for the first goal where, take note, Noni. He could have had a chance to score, but you saw Palmer was in a better position. He had open net, so he chose to pass it to Palmer, or maybe he didn't trust himself in one-on-one situations. Only joking. But he had a couple of other situations. I did say in my match preview that I thought he was a bit unlucky with the one where he rounded the goalkeeper. He was slightly off balance, couldn't put as much pace as he wanted on the ball. But there was one where, I've watched it again, the one where he had about 3 times that he could have actually got his shot away earlier. The one where the Brighton defenders come across and Dunk, Lewis and Dunk has come across and made that tackle. But there were 3 occasions where he could have got that shot off earlier, and I like to see him do that a bit more because he wants to make sure he's set before he shoots the goal, so shoots towards goal. But for me, he needs to be able to. Sometimes in the Premier League, you haven't got that moment to think, so you've got to think a bit quicker at times. And then there was that header as well, where was it Cucurella who crossed it, or Sancho? I can't remember, where he should have done better. He didn't. He missed the target. I thought he was improving with his head after a couple of headed goals, but his heading still needs some work. But his running and his timing of his runs and his general play was good, but it's just those fine details that needs to be ironed out in his game. So I'm going to give him a 6.5. So just touching on the substitutes, I won't rate them, but good performance by Vega when he came on. I thought Neto looked good on the right, better on the right than he does on the left. So, he's breathing down your neck, Noni, so you've got to up your game. I didn't see a lot of, what's his name when he came on, Mudryk. He was okay. And Kuka didn't really get into the game as much. And it was nice to see Lavia have a run out after injury. So he's going to have a big part to play as the season goes on as well. So, guys, what are your ratings today? Or for the game on Saturday? Stick your comments in the section below. Do you agree with me? Am I a bit harsh? Am I being too fair on some players? Let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget, like, subscribe, turn on post notifications so you'll be notified every time I make a new video. So take care. Bye-bye.